Liverpool Vision is the city's economic development company, and we were truly delighted, naturally, to have been asked by the City Council on behalf of Liverpool First to develop a brand to represent its vision for the future of the city. Our approach in responding to this brief was straightforward. We wanted to build on the success of 2008, which, as we know, generated some £800 million of economic value to the city. Our instinct, our gut feel, if you like, was that the new brand should be an evolution of the massively successful 2008 branding. And again, at the heart of that was this sense of dynamic creativity, which is absolutely at the heart of the city. Most successful cities look outwards and embrace their neighbours. And in developing the brand, we wanted to know what our neighbours thought about us. The findings indicated that from a business perspective, the common factors driving forward successful cities are constancy, the energy to drive towards the achievement of the vision, collaboration, private and public sector working towards the same goals, consistency, working out what you stand for and sticking to it. In working out what you stand for, it's important to understand the perception of others. From a southerner's point of view, the north is described as friendlier than the south, but is still saddled with a legacy of old industries, relative poverty, and what they describe as greyness. It is still considered to be old, grim, and old-fashioned by some. Indeed, from a southern perspective, cities like Newcastle, Sheffield, Birmingham, Leeds, and indeed Glasgow are all grouped together within this same sense of grey northernness. And what we wanted to know is, where does Liverpool fit into this? Well, out of 17 other major UK cities, a list which includes Edinburgh, Belfast, Manchester, Cardiff and London, Liverpool was seen as the city most on the way up. This perception that people have of the city, this understanding of our assets, sets us apart from this sense of northern greyness and these other northern cities. Liverpool is seen throughout the world as having extraordinarily long brand roots. In Shanghai, they know about the Beatles and football. But increasingly, at the top of this graphic, you'll see this is a representation of how people's views are changing. And increasingly, when people think about Liverpool, their immediate thoughts are this sense of stirring. They understand that something significant is happening in this city. They recognize the passion and spirit that exists within the city. They understand big investment has taken place. And through our year as a European capital of culture, they understand we have extraordinary richness in our heritage and our cultural assets. In the middle, there are those things that probably remain the same for the time being. They sense warmth in Liverpool. It's a likeable lad. It's a little bit adolescent. But also those recurring misconceptions appear of cars on bricks, and it's a scruffy city. And the research helped us to develop the key brand values for Liverpool going forward beyond 2008. And these values are realness. We're imaginative, dynamic, positive, and productive. Welcoming. We're diverse, inclusive, and supportive. Inspirational. We're exciting, thought-provoking, and unique. Outward-looking. We're open-minded, progressive, and international. And entrepreneurial. We are pioneers, groundbreaking, and experimental. And the research, both locally and nationally, also gave us a clear indication that the face of Liverpool that most people recognize is the familiar waterfront skyline. It is a hugely positive image. It suggests significance, status, excitement, vibrancy, and a strong sense of us being outward-looking. It is truly a world-class, iconic statement, and so this is the image that we're using to provide an immediate and powerful visual shorthand for the city. And we want this new brand not only to represent Liverpool First's vision for the city, but we want every resident, every school, and everyone in the private, public, and third sectors to get behind it and to add to it their vision their ambitions and their business and investment plans to the shared and collective vision of Liverpool as a thriving international city.